The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night. I got our man, Mr. David White, with us today, technology expert at TFNN. And, of course, we do a show every Friday, but we got a special show for you today, folks, because we have a special treat for you that David's been working on for quite a while. And it has to do with the art of timing the trade, and we're going to be talking about the art of the chart. Let's look at our 4 agreements first. Love is unconditional. In love, there are no conditions. You love for no reason with no justification. You are free to be who you are, and others are allowed to be who or what they are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 130, Nasdaq up 41, S&P's up 15, gold contract up $20, trading at $1,466 an ounce. Silver up 45 cents, trading at $23.80 an ounce. Platinum up 23 bucks at $1,499 an ounce. Copper up 2.5 pennies at $3.10 a pound. Light sweet crude up $3 at $94 a barrel. Bonds up 5 ticks at 149.06. King dollar, check this out, folks. King dollar's up 768 ticks at 82.29, and the yen euro down $1.16 at 130.64. Yen up 61, trading out at 98. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. I'll tell you, man, another day, another dollar, another high. So, cash S&P, what do? We go up to 1598.60. Again, tested it again. Bottom line, you tested it out here today. You're going to love this one. With 544 million versus 886. You know, can you get a spike tomorrow morning? Yeah, spike. But, folks, this is a long-term top. What you have out here is that you have 3 separate downdrafts with monster volume. Deviance, no doubt. Come back up to the highs again. You'll see how this will fall apart. We go to the Dow Industrials. You look at the Dow, same setup in the Dow. Dow actually hasn't made the high. Dow is up $1.30 out here today. The high in the Dow, of course, is up there at the 14,887. Nasdaq Composite, huge composite, up 41 bucks. Composite did 1.7 versus 1.9. Now, when you have a higher high, you get over the highs. Yeah, there's no doubt you can get a test up there. But let me walk you through first the SPYs, the diamonds. SPYs, what we did out here today, and this is how you can see how this is shaking up. We did 92 million shares. We're going into 116 at the high and 110 at the high. And, folks, that's not even close. That's after coming down with 212, with 226, and yesterday we went south with 138. You go to the 3 Qs, which, you know, bottom line, higher price, no doubt. But you want to see how many people are in the store? 30 million, okay? It took out 55 million, which was when it was 70, which was on the 10th of April. And you go down with 60 million. So you're down with 60, up with 30. Not even close. The small caps. We take a look at the small caps. Now, the way this works, too, folks, okay, the longer that you stay up there, the more you keep testing, it's just going to be the more vicious move in the downside. That's how it goes, folks. So for all you bulls out there, if it tested once, you would have been a lot better off than testing 3 times, I can tell you that. Small caps, $94.96, 35 million shares was the first high. You come off that high with 59 million. You make a second high with 32 million. You come off that high with 100 million. You make a next, well, these are lower highs, too, because the small caps actually topped going back March 15th. Third high that was made 3 days ago was made with 30 million. We went down yesterday with 120 million. You go up today with 37 million. Bottom line, you get a topping procedure that's happening out there. King dollar. Now check it out. This is pretty intense, and I'm sure there's going to be questions like, how did King dollar go up and the market go up? Just a counter trend move. Well, you can't say it's a counter trend move. It's a testing a high. King dollar, huge move, wide price spread, accelerated volume, 43,000 contracts. King dollar is going to be making its way all the way up to this 83.42 mark. You go take a look at the euro. What we had with the euro out here, she got croaked, and it was you know, the central bank, they went back to 20. They came down 25 basis points. Euro is jumping around for a bit, but bottom line, you're at 130.64. This euro is on its way down to 128. It was a move that was fast. It was furious. We go over to the gold market. We take a look at gold. What we had with gold out here. She did a sideways move, 138,000 contracts, no juice to the top side. Gold's going to go test those lows once again. And finally, we get into bonds. We take a look at the bonds, and bonds absolutely just refuse to back off. It's pretty amazing. You know, bonds at, folks, the 30 years at 149.09. They try to get it lower today. Got to 148.18, rejected lower price. Bottom line, these bonds want to go to 150. So it's going to be wild watching how this whole thing shakes out. Now, you know, bottom line, folks, okay, we got our man, Mr. David White, with us. You know, if you have my book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, you know that inside that book, and whether we go back to the, you know, this was the third one, whether to go back to the first book, you know, we're talking confluence, we're talking Fibonacci ratios. In the last book, folks, what we did is that we incorporated all the Gartleys and the butterflies, and we're talking tiger Gartleys, we're talking tiger butterflies. Our man, Mr. David White here, we have an incredible charting system, and it's called the Art of the Chart. And what it does, well, you know, so hey, first off, man, I want to thank you for the amount of work that was done. And I can tell you, folks, from a software perspective, you know, David, the first thing David said to me in the studio today, he says, you know, I know why I ended up getting out of that business, okay? Because the amount of work with what zeros and ones that get put together, right, is just thousands and thousands and thousands of lines of code, right?
It is. It is. And what we did, or the idea of this, was to come as close to your book as possible. Right. So if people pick up your book and they want to know actually how to put all this stuff together, it is all the tools to let you go ahead and do and follow what you do every day here on the show. And it just gives you the kind of tool set that you need to get it done quick.
And folks, and we're going to walk you through this. You can go to the front page of our website at TFNN, and David put some great videos together about how the Art of the Chart works. Come next Wednesday night, we're actually going to do a free webinar for everyone, so you can see how this works. With the incredible part, one of the incredible parts about it, is that you do not have to go out and look and find the Gartleys and the butterflies. What ends up happening is this: you press one button, folks, okay? And if you talk about, you can talk about high frequency trading, you can talk about anything and everything you want. There's no one that has this. You press one button and it will bring up every single night, every butterfly that's in the market, every Gartley that's in the market. And that will be done by what time? How is this going to work?
We're going through a scan of about 5,000 stocks every night.
Okay.
And so figure 7:30, 8 o'clock, you'll be able to click one button, which is fairly easy. Just click on this button here for people watching on Tiger TV. Click on download Gartley list button.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it. You're going to have your Gartleys, and they're going to be ready to go. And just an example, because Rylan actually just finished up here, and it's one of the few ones that you're really bullish on in that housing market. But it's kind of amazing to just see how many
what David's looking at, folks, if you happen to be in a car, it would be a Gartley buy. That's what this was.
There's actually, this does 2 to 2 as you come back in here. So we have this first one that starts out.
Yes.
And then we go, if you're watching on it, to a second one that does pretty much the same thing.
And just so you know, folks, on the first one picked it up at 34 and ended up going to 44. The second one picked it up on the retracement at 36 and pushed it's at 46. So you're talking monster money when you pick these things up.
Now we're looking at the top of the Gartley pattern.
Look at that.
So we saw that today.
Yeah.
So if for the people that are listening on the radio, what it does is you just you can go previous and next, and it'll go through all the Gartley patterns that are in any particular stock. In this case, what we're looking at is a bearish butterfly. Its target was $45.58, and it tells you that. We kind of went through that today. So it's banging up against the highest range of that D point, which is projected by it. And also, we know that this is probably not the stock you want to short. There's probably a lot better ones out there.
Well, no, and you don't want it. And this is where it's crucial you still understand the volume, folks, because that's a high volume high out there. Okay, that's what it comes down to. You stay right there. You can come over to our website, folks. You can see it right on the front page. We're going to be doing a webinar, a free webinar. David did some great videos out there. You stay right there. We'll be coming right back. We're going to be talking about the art of the chart. We're going to be right back, folks.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We had the Dow finish up $1.30, Nasdaq up 41, S&P's up 15, and of course we are launching today, folks, the art of the chart. And what the art of the chart is all about, it picks up Gartley patterns, butterfly patterns, ABCs, confluence. It has David's power law vector inside it, which is a beautiful thing. You know, it scans, folks, 5,000 stocks each and every day. You don't have to do the work. You can come over to our website at TFNN. We have an introductory offer right now. It's $59 a month. It's $520 a year. That comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. As you are in the front page, what you'll see is that David put a lot of videos together with explanations on how you can use it. It's an amazing software program that takes the huge amount of work out, and each and every night it scans the market for exactly those setups, so you don't have to do that work. You did an amazing job, man. There's no doubt about it, man. So we were just looking, and we were looking at the Ryland, and you know what Ryland had done, folks. It had done 2 Gartleys. Each one of those Gartleys was worth about 12 points. So the Gartley. And then, right now, it did a butterfly. So what you would do there, okay, you wouldn't short it, but what you would certainly do is take your money.
Right. It gave you the target. You wanted to sell at 45.58.
Right.
It had good volume coming up. It's got a high volume. It's got some decent volume at the highs. But
exactly.
So, you know, you're looking at this and you're saying, okay, this is the strongest sector. I'm going to look for weaker sectors out here, right?
Right. And you take your money, and, you know, that's it. Now, what we do have in here, folks, is, you know, what every other charting program has. I mean, that's a no-brainer, whether it's the MACD, whether it's the crossovers, whether it's the top 10. I mean, so when you're talking charting programs, the normal charting program, you get a picture of something, it has all of that, okay? But what I think is the key is that you press one button, and it's going to basically pull all these up for you.
Right. And if you're interested in, let's say, looking at silver stocks.
Oh, this is intense. Listen to this, folks. Listen what he put in here.
I've got 185 different sectors back in here. So when you're looking to go back and check a sector out, I like, we were just looking at silvers, right? Yeah. What's silver? Where was it at here? S&P, I forget where it was. But we've got, if you want to look at steel producers, click at steel producers. You'll have all the steel producers in one light. Click a button, and you're going to be looking at the steel producers.
With one click, folks, what happens is this. It loads the whole sector in the stock list. Then what you can do is you can say, okay, tell me if we have Gartleys, tell me if we have butterflies, tell me if the swing point, tell me if it's ABC up or down. Bottom line, you know, so you know, you talk about taking work, taking a huge amount of work, and not only that, what you're going to see is that there's not going to be. I know when many people first start, it's like, okay, is this a Gartley? Is this a butterfly? It's going to tell you whether it is or not, folks. That's the bottom line, and it lights up. It lights up in a huge way, which is just really so cool. So.
If you're interested in looking at ABCs, you just one click and you've got your ABC structure. You've got your projections, the 1-to-1, the 1-to-382, the 1-to-15, 1-to-618.
Yeah.
And it tells you exactly how far it's already retraced. And you know, so any of that stuff where you're normally moving things around, it just goes ahead, finds the swings automatically, statistically, and you already know whatever stock you're looking at, where the retracements are. And we'll say if you're interested in how far this is retraced.
Oh, yeah.
You can automatically go back. Oh, hang on a second here. Go back and you'll look and you'll have all the confluence zones. Now this one's probably not a great example of confluence zones, but it will show you every single one of them.
No, it's nice. I like it when it's like that because that's a lot of support, man. That's going to be hard to break down.
Yeah, it's a congestion zone, but normally you're looking for these things to be
thin.
If you're watching, very thin over a decent amount of time. And even if you're just getting started, and you're not interested in software, if you watch my videos, I explain how a lot of this stuff in your book works.
Yes.
And instead of having a static page, it's a lot easier. So if you've had questions about how some of this stuff doesn't work, maybe you read your book, which is the first thing I tell everybody to do.
Okay.
Then if you watch some of those videos, maybe you'll get a little better understanding.
Oh, they get a lot better. Because when I do these workshops, and what happens, folks, is this, and I know it. When you read something, it's hard to, I think the book is clear, but the bottom line, when you see it in person, you know, it's 2 seconds that people say, oh, that's what it is. And that's how the video, you know, can go. There's no doubt about it. We get a question, our man Mitch, can we put the computer on automatic and go to sleep? Yeah, you can, Mitch, but you still have to fire off the trades.
the dollar bills don't fall out of the disk drive.
They're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to push it out. There's no doubt. So hey, let's go over and take a look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn folks just come out with numbers. LNKD, and so LinkedIn closed out here at 201, and that is getting toasted and roasted. That is at 183 right now. And, you know, bottom line is that, you know, you want price and volume, folks, this is going to, you know, 151. That's the last time it had any volume. And this is sticking out like a sore thumb. I mean, It's a great company, but it's sticking out like a sore thumb.
You can see them running it for the last 3 days, so it is kind of interesting.
So let's see what they have to say. So they said, who knows what's going on, because, you know, it looks to me like, okay, so second quarter revenue, let's see, where are we at? First quarter, net income was $52 million. The revenue is up 72%, but they don't like something in here, folks. You know, it looks to me like something is shot. The first quarter revenue, it seems like top line revenue is above it. 318 was the estimate. 324 they came in with.
They're guiding down?
They're doing something because what happened is that the estimate for the bottom line, folks, was 31 cents, and they came in with 45. Buy side, they missed the revenue number. That's what they did.
One of the interesting things I've been talking on my radio show that normally is between 2 and 3 is the number of S&P stocks that have beat on the EPS but that have missed on the revenues.
Oh, totally.
It's about 75% are beating on the EPS, and only about 35% are beating on the revenues. And it's the easiest part to figure out when companies are getting weak is because they can't fool with those revenues numbers like they can with the EPS and move the numbers around. It's easy. So a good indication that we've got a fairly weak market when you can't most of the stocks out there are not making their revenue numbers.
Yeah, and you know what, folks? You can only do that for so long. That's what it really comes down to. And IBM has been doing that for years. Okay, and that's one of the problems. You know, they've been doing great, no doubt. Meaning, stock-wise, going up, and it's because they have 500,000 employees. But the real key will be with IBM is that when are they going to get revenue growth? Let's get a Mark in Fort Collins. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Much, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yeah. Plenty with snow on the ground. You gotta love it.
You know what? We got a call yesterday, and that's great, man, because I know how much you guys need water out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you stay right there. We're going to be coming right back. And you want to look at the CQB out of the chart?
Yeah, why don't you check it out on there, Steve?
That's a beautiful thing. We will check that out, brother. You stay right there. This is David White. This is Tom O'Brien. Folks, if you want to test drive out of the chart, come over to our website at TFNN. Right on the front page. It's only $59 a month with a money-back guarantee. We're going to be right back. Let me tell you something, folks. I have people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
That is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.
No No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We ended out, finish up $1.30, Nasdaq up 41, S&P's up 15. We're talking with Mark from Fort Collins, and we're looking at Chiquita Brands International, and we're on the art of the chart. And folks, if you'd like to test drive the art of the chart, you can come over to our website at TFNN. It's $59 a month or $520 for the year. That is an introductory rate. It comes with a money-back guarantee. There's a lot of videos out there. You can check that out. Now, on Wednesday night, this next Wednesday night, 6:30 to 7:30, Dave and I, we're going to do a workshop. It's going to be free, so that we're going to walk you through exactly how powerful this piece of software is. So, Mark, you want to look at Chiquita, right?
Yeah, I think from what my look is that we've got a daily and weekly ABC up confirmed, but not the monthly. So I just wonder what your thoughts are.
Oh, an ABC up. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I see what you're looking at. You know, it was interesting. We were looking at it and we were saying, oh, you know, the volume is way too powerful to be selling this thing. No, but yeah, no, there's no doubt.
So are you talking about this little one from $5.90 on March 4th to March 22nd at $7.99?
Yeah, let's just do the weekly. It's a little cleaner. Go back all the way to I guess June, July 2012, up to A point. Well, I guess you can go, I don't know, pick what your B point is. If you pick the B point in 9 of 12, or if you pick it as December of 2012.
Okay.
Well,
come back down to March of 2013, and then we broke the swing from 12/31 of 12.
Well, let's start with the daily. The daily's clean, man.
Yeah.
You know, the daily's glaring at you. You know, bottom line is that
you've got a nice little ABC setup here that projects a 1-to-1 to $9.04 just for the 1-to-1.
Right.
So you got up to 9.15, so you got all that.
Right.
So what are you thinking?
I guess I was looking more. I was looking from 460 up to about 860, so it's about $4, and then off the low point of March 4th, which is 590. So I was looking more like 990, which would take you back up to.
Yeah, watch this though. This is okay. So
now, if you're going to look at that, well, I'll let you pull.
Yeah, what you want to do? Okay, remember something. Inside the market, right? You have the dailies, the weeklies, the monthlies. If you want to know where you are right now, you got to start with the dailies, right? See, this finished an ABC up.
Okay.
And what happens when you finish an ABC up?
Do something else.
Exactly, man. So it did exactly what it should have done. The price point was 904, went to 915, now it backed off. So my point is this: when you're dealing with only like a difference of 30, 40, 50 cents, stay with the daily, man. You know. Now that doesn't mean where I see the problem is that if you're going for that longer term one for only another 70 cents, this can come all the way back to 750 in a heartbeat and have nothing wrong with it.
You've got that giant gap there.
You know what I mean?
Right, I see it.
And so it's pretty straight. But the other thing I'm going to point out here is that you had a really strong move from the March 4th low up to that March 22nd low. And if you can see my power law vector indicator number, comes in at a 2.4. This last leg came in at a 1.9, so it's telling you that we're probably starting to peter out a little bit. The energy isn't as great coming up to this 915, so you're probably going to have most likely consolidation back to your 799, which is the last major low back here, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so pretty much straightforward on that, so not a big deal.
So let's stay right there, Mark. Let's talk about how the power law vector works.
Okay. I wanted to come up with a way of figuring out how much energy was used in each leg. Okay. And part of that was the thinking, mostly from my background from hardware and software engineering, was say just like your electrical bill.
Right.
Okay. If you've got the AC running on 240 volts, it's going to make that little thing on the side of your house just spin, right?
Right.
If you got a blow dryer on, probably, if you've got a little AM radio or FM radio on, it's probably just barely moving, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to put together time, price movement, and basically the volume, to go back and do exactly what they do on the side of your house, which is they get a final number to charge you. How much energy did you really use from point A to point B? And on your house, it's the end of every month, right? Okay. And this one, I want to look at how much energy from the bottom of one swing to the top of the other.
Each leg.
Each leg. So I wanted to see how it's coming in and it's going back out. Now, when we were talking about Ryland before, let's go back and just look at that one because we've been talking about it here. We were talking about not probably shorting it. And one of the reasons was that this last leg up actually was pretty strong.
Right.
You had a kind of nice volume day down here at 3 million shares on the 25th, which was when you broke your X point. So you've got a lot of things out there saying, hey, you know, this is more bullish than bearish. Probably weaker animals out there to hunt.
What it's doing, folks, is actually getting more powerful as it's getting bigger.
Right, and this is what I was going to show. On the first down leg from the X to A, you had a 2.1, and you had a 3.4 on this last C to D leg.
On the way up. So what happens, folks, the first leg David's talking about, you're going down. The second leg, you're going up. So, that's powerful.
And, of course, you've got when we're looking at these patterns like the Gartley's, if you just hover over it, you'll know the date, you know the volume. It shows it little. If you hover over it, it shows you big. It's just like all the controls in the program here. If you actually hover over any of them, it'll tell you what it does. It'll show you the keyboard equivalents. So we've got also a menu system in here that's like the latest version of Word. They call it a ribbon menu interface.
Okay.
So all your controls are up here in a ribbon interface, and you can go through those to find out all the different things you can do with the program. But basically, hover over everything, you're going to find more information on things. Let's say that we wanted to find out something on Ryland here, like SEC filings.
Yes.
If I just click on that, it'll bring up a nice little window for me at Yahoo, and I can go through the filings on it.
That's huge.
So it's more of a platform, kind of like what you do every day, where you want to be able to go back and look at all the different stuff. If I want to pull up what the headlines are for it, if I want to look at the balance sheet or the next earnings date. Now, Ryland just reported, didn't they?
It's all in one platform, folks.
Yeah, so
our platform.
So the next earnings date is July 22nd on Ryland.
Right.
So if you need any of these kind of things, some of these things are a little hidden out here, and that's why you need to look at those videos. 99% of the stuff's easy to figure out and intuitive. There's a few extra things that we do in the videos, but you're going to have to hunt. There's a lot of little Easter eggs out there for you to find and do neat stuff with. But you know, if you want to go from anything and find out what options are looking like right now, just click on it. You'll get the options tables out here. So it's pretty much a full platform for trading and using the art of the charts for the timing. Well, your book. I never get the title right. It's a long title. Tell me again.
It's a long title. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, Mark. So, how much snow did you guys get?
How much? No, we got. I measured 9 inches on my deck.
That's amazing. That's so cool, man. And
it's like the third time this month we've had one of those.
And it's still there, right? Or did it already melt?
The sun came out. There's only about 3 inches left.
That's beautiful, man. Well, listen, man. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. You have a great night and a safe night, all right?
You too. Thanks for your help.
Thanks, man. So, you know, let's put LinkedIn up there, because we can put LinkedIn, folks. So this one ends up happening even with pullbacks. So what you do is that, you know, when you take a look at LinkedIn, you know, we know that it wants to go back to the last high volume swing point. But the real key is going to be also to say, okay, where's confluence in it? Is it going to be an ABC structure on the way down? There's many things that you can take a look at and say, okay, this is what it very well may do.
But what's this? You talk about this a long time.
Right.
This thing really is moved off of $88 pretty much all the way up. And even if you want to talk about even a slightly more conservative level, if you use the November 9th low where it was $94.75 last year.
Yeah.
Where's your 50% retracement? It can come back to $145.
Check that out.
Right, and that isn't even a bust of its up move if you're looking at those.
And what happens is, this is what's cool, folks, that is where the last time volume was.
Right.
So that's what you get to absolutely wrap your head around, that you can do a 50% pullback in a long-term deal. There's no two ways about it. And LinkedIn's going to do it. And LinkedIn's probably going to do it, folks, in 2 days. And that's going to basically take a lot of, well, there's no doubt LinkedIn right now is going to basically put a hurting on quite a few people. The reason being is that it's been at these highs for so long. It's been a sideways move at the highs, and that's always a very dangerous move. You know, in this particular market, what ends up happening, I'm sure folks that don't, that's the last thing that they're going to think about is that, you know, the stock's down $25 in a market that's been up, as I say, the ever-ready bunny, with the ever-ready bunny, folks, without any juice. Listen, folks, we are going to be doing a webinar, free webinar. That is going to be next Wednesday. 6:30 to 7:30. You can come over. You can test drive it right now, right in the front page of TFNN. It's only $59 a month with a money-back guarantee. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives you Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. With Market Insights, nothing is left to guessing. With the market at record levels, volatility is here, and now is a perfect time to take advantage of a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights. As recently as March 26th, Tom advised his subscribers to liquidate their 4 short-term equity holdings, closing out all 4 positions for a combined 15.9% profit, and on April 1st, Tom advised his clients to sell their longer-term position in AIG warrants, locking in more than a 40% profit in just that one trade. If you'd like to see the kind of newsletter Tom O'Brien sends out to his subscribers each morning, then sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a 3-fold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Folks, if you happen to be in the Boston area, don't forget, May 11th, Nadex is sponsoring a workshop. Darryl Mott and myself, we're going to be up there. It's a Saturday morning. It's from 8:30 to 12:30. That is a free workshop. It's sponsored by Nadex. It's at the Boston Marriott, which is in Burlington, Mass. You can check that out on the front page of TFNN. If you do happen to want to get an understanding of what the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is all about, the fund that we have down in Florida, and what we're doing, I'm going to be doing a workshop at May 9th. That's at the same Boston Marriott. That's going to be from 6:30 to 8 o'clock at night. If you want information on that, just email us at tigerfund@tfnn.com if you want to see what our portfolio looks like. Right now, today's a huge day, folks. I'm in Mr. David White. He has been working with those ones and zeros for many, many days and nights. His eyes right now, basically, like I want to see the market red.
Well, yeah, totally. I think you're going to get that. I mean, this morning we had, what, 9:15? Someone came out and said something that was so weird and so nutty that I got to get a comment from you on it.
And what was that?
That is, we're going to have negative interest rates from Draghi.
This is so the president of the central bank in Europe, folks, Mario Draghi, was talking about, he brought the rates down, but he turned around and started talking about negative interest rates. What negative interest rates are, by the way, folks, are that you would get charged to put money in the bank. Now, there are a few banks right now that have negative interest rates because for large deposits. And what that's all about is that they don't want your cash, they don't know what to do with your cash, and it's a forced way to put your cash to work somewhere else. You know.
And so I can't borrow $1 billion and get 0.5% back on it.
Let's see. No.
I knew. Yeah, that's why I just wanted. When people hear that, that's I thought. Oh, that's the first thing I thought of. They're going to pay me to borrow money. No, they can't be doing that.
No,
right?
The bottom line is that that's the shape that Europe is in, folks. That's what it really comes down to.
They've been in recession for 2 quarters already. Everybody's acting like the whistling past the graveyard.
No, totally. And like our unemployment rate, they say it's like 7.5 or something. And who knows whether it's 10, 7.5. Theirs is 12, folks, and I suspect theirs is probably 20. They're in tough shape, and the euro showed it today. The euro, you talk about deviance in the marketplace. I love the deviance. The euro, they're pumping it, and I mean, the euro's going to implode, folks. It just implode. David's been working on this art of the chart, and what the art of the chart does, folks, the power behind this has to do with the capability. You hear all the time about all the programs that are on Wall Street. Well, let me tell you something. There's not a program on Wall Street that can scan 5,000 stocks and pull up the Gartleys and pull up the butterflies with one click of the button. And we have it. You can come over to our website. It's right on the front page. It's only $59 a month, or $520 a year. That's an introductory rate. David's put some outstanding demonstration videos together right on the front page so you can see how it works. Check it out. You'll see actually how powerful it is. And it'll do the work for you. That's the bottom line.
And I made the videos short, sweet, and swallowable. They're short, but they've got a lot of pack to them. There's a lot of information.
No, there is.
A very small amount of time. Even if you're just getting used to understanding what ABCs are, and you want to see them demonstrated visually.
Right.
It's kind of neat to see them in a book, but I actually go through and animate them and go and show you step by step. So if you wondered what Tom is talking about, it's complete in the next ABC. It's doing this, it's doing that.
I appreciate it, man, because that's going to help the radio program. Because I know folks are talking a different language. I mean, I know that.
Well, as new people it takes a little while to catch up. But if you've ever been wondering about those, we've got the videos separated by each subject, and they're very small. They're 2.5, maybe 5 minutes long.
Okay.
So they are sweet, short, and swallowable for you folks out there. I'm not going to take an hour and a half of your time, but if you're wondering what Tom's talking about confluence, about confluence zones and how they work, and what you're looking for in those confluence zones, and the ABCs and retracements, and how you would trade them, I've got very interesting short examples of all those, why I show off the program itself. So kind of a 1-2 punch out there. You can find out how the program actually works, and you can figure out what Tom's talking about. And hopefully you've read his book already.
And what happens, folks, just so you understand, anything and everything that's in any other chartered programs, we have that. But that's a no-brainer, okay? The key and the power inside of this is that every night, let's say 7 Eastern, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the scan will have already done its work. It will go through the 5,000 stocks. You'll be able to basically get on your computer and hit one button, and it will bring up, because just so you can understand something, out of 5,000 stocks, you know, if you're doing this by hand, you're only going to find 10 to 15 Gartleys a night. And that's a lot, folks, okay?
That's good.
At certain times, you're only going to find 4 or 5. So what it does, and what a Gartley is, if you don't know, folks, a Gartley is a much higher probability trade that you're going to do well on.
It's a complex trade, and there's a reason why no one scans for it, and it's the last 2 years of my life to figure it all out. But we have one here that I wanted to show before we ended the show
Nuance,
today.
yes.
Yeah, nuance communication. So the story of this stock is it's up here at its nice little X point out here on February 7th, gets blown apart on heavy volume. It comes back and makes its nice little Gartley pattern. It hits March 1st down here at 18 bucks. It comes up, makes its B point. It comes down and makes its C point. It does a 50% retracement.
Right.
And if you're watching this at home, you'll see that all the numbers are up here. So you see the ratios and the relationships between all of these. You also see my power law vector indicator number to just see how strong it is. But this thing came back and did almost the perfect retracement for a Gartley pattern. The news came out and it got blown apart.
And folks, we were talking about it hit the Gartley perfect, blown apart, and I mean, you're talking about blown apart literally the next day.
Yeah.
So that's how, well, that's what computers are all about, man. And listen, I really want to thank you for all the work, because I know the amount of work, it's incredible. And these, you know what's amazing, folks? Let me tell you something. This really was ready about 8 months ago. But there's always these little glitches, right? I mean, and I'll tell you, between David and my son, they're both great, but they wanted everything so perfect. It's like, oh my God.
You miss the old saying in software development.
What?
It takes 90% of the time to do the first 90% of the software.
Okay.
And it takes another 90% to do the last 10.
Well, there's no doubt. But hey, listen, you know what? It's a beautiful day. It's out. You want to see and test, a great piece of software, folks, that the computer will do the work for you. Come on over. Check it out. It's only $59 a month. Or $520 for the year. That's an introductory rate. It's a money-back guarantee. All the videos are out there, folks. Check it out. David, thanks so much, brother. Really appreciate it. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Go get them, folks.